So a mockery was made of the first day of the military tribunal involving Khalid Shaikh Mohammed. An utter mockery. The first day was televised, closed circuit, where 9/11 families could watch the proceedings. And it was an utter disaster. The judge lost control. The defendants, I'll tell you this, the decision to not have this trial in New York City looks brilliant now based on what happened with the military tribunal the first day, because it was an absolute circus. The four defendants making a mockery of the whole process, a mockery of the United States, sneering and laughing at the deaths of all the people they killed on 9/11 and and expressed desire to do it again. And one of the lawyers for one of the terrorists, a woman by the name of Cheryl Borman, she's counsel for defendant Walid bin Attash. She attended the arraignment Saturday dressed in a hijab, apparently because her client insisted on it. She wore burka. She showed up looking like a woman out in public in Saudi Arabia. But it wasn't enough that she dressed that way. She further requested that the court order other women to follow her example so that the defendants wouldn't have to avert their eyes for fear of committing a sin under their faith. It is a sin, apparently, for the murderers of 3,000 people to look at women's faces and heads uncovered. And it's such an outrage that the biased and unfair American military justice system would make these defendants look at women not wearing hijabs. And so Cheryl Borman requested of the court that every woman in the court, there she is, Snurdly, you can see her right there on Fox. Fox is an artist rendering of what happened. At a press conference Sunday at Club Gitmo, Cheryl Borman said that she dresses in a hijab at all times when she meets with her client out of respect for his beliefs. Asked why she requested other women to do the same, Cheryl Borman said, when you're on trial for your life, you need to be focused. And I can't have my clients not paying attention because there are women in the courtroom violating their religious beliefs. So we are to drop, in a U.S. military tribunal, we are to drop everything, and we are to respect Sharia law above all other law, even though these defendants are not being tried under Sharia law. And we are supposed to mandate that Sharia law rule the courtroom when such a demand made by any other religion would be laughed at. And I'll tell you that the biggest outrage might be that the lawyers are now saying that Khalid Shaikh Mohammed and his buddies, this trial could go on for years. This military tribunals are known for being get in, get it, and get out type affairs. They don't last very long. This hearing should have taken no more than 2 hours. At that, this hearing should have been over and done with in 2 hours. Instead, it lasted, do you know, almost 13 hours? This hearing lasted almost 13 hours. They had meal breaks. They had prayer breaks. The terrorists were making concerted efforts to stall the hearing on Saturday. They knelt in prayer. They ignored the judge. They wouldn't listen to Arabic translations over their headsets. One of them even insisted on having the more than 20 pages detailing the charges against them read aloud. Instead of making a mockery of the whole process, which is understandable, predictable too, which is why everybody was outraged when the idea that this trial should take place in an American criminal court in New York City, as Holder and Obama originally wanted, and for this very reason, by the way. I've always been of the belief that Holder and Obama wanted America on trial.